The Eyalet of Sidon was an eyalet of the Ottoman Empire. In the 19th century, the eyalet extended from the border with Egypt to the Bay of Kesrawan, including parts of modern Israel. Depending on the location of its capital, it was also known as the Eyalet of Safad, Beirut or Akka. History. Ottoman rulers considered creating the province as early as 1585. The districts of Beirut, Sidon and Safed were united under the rule of Manid Emir Fakhr al-Din ibn Marwan. The province was briefly created during Fakhr al-Din's exile in 1614–15, and recreated in 1660. The province continued to be subordinated in some ways, both in fiscal and political matters, to the Damascus province out of which it was created. Despite conflicts in the 1660s, the Marwan family played the leading role in the management of the internal affairs of this eyalet until the closing years of the 17th century. Perhaps because it was not possible to manage the province, certainly not in the Sanjak of Sidon Beirut without them, the Marwans were succeeded by the Shihab family in ruling Sidon Beirut from the final years of the 17th century through the 19th century. The Marwans were first recognized as emirs in 1592 when Fakhr al-Din Marwan was made governor of the Sanjak of Safad, and both the Marwans and the Shihabis were recognized by the Ottomans as incumbents of an only vaguely defined, only implicitly, Druze emirate. They never actually exercised any administrative function beyond that of multazim over several mountain districts in the Eyalet of Sidon. In 1763 the Shihabis were also invested with tax farms in the Eyalet of Tripoli that had formerly been held by the Shiite Hamada family, which marks the beginning of the Emirate's sovereignty over the whole of Mount Lebanon. In 1775, when Cesar Ahmed Pasha received the governorship of Sidon, he moved the capital to Acre. In 1799, Acre resisted a siege by Napoleon Bonaparte. 19th century. As part of the Egyptian-Ottoman War of 1831–33, Ibrahim Pasha of Egypt took Acre after a severe siege on May 27, 1832. The Egyptian occupation intensified rivalries between Druzes and Maronites, as Ibrahim Pasha openly favored Christians in his administration and his army. In 1840, the governor of Sidon moved his residence to Beirut, effectively making it the new capital of the eyalet. After the return to Ottoman rule in 1841, the Druzes dislodged Bashir III al-Shihab, to whom the Sultan had granted the title of emir. In 1842 the Ottoman government introduced the double Kaymakhamati, whereby Mount Lebanon would be governed by a Maronite appointee and the more southerly regions of Kisrawan and Shuf would be governed by a Druze. Both would remain under the indirect rule of the governor of Sidon. This partition of Lebanon proved to be a mistake. Animosities between the religious sects increased, and by 1860 they escalated into a full-blown sectarian violence. In the 1860 Lebanon conflict that followed, thousands of Christians were killed in massacres that culminated with the Damascus riots of July 1860. Following the international outcry caused by the massacres, the French landed troops in Beirut and the Ottomans abolished the unworkable system of the Kaymakhamati and instituted in its place the Mutasarrifate of Mount Lebanon, a Maronite majority district to be governed by non-Lebanese Christian Mutasarrif, which was the direct predecessor of the political system that continued to exist in Lebanon's early post-independence years. The new arrangement ended the turmoil, and the region prospered in the last decades of the Ottoman Empire. Governors of the eyalet: Abedin Pasha, Kavanoz Ahmed Pasha, Kublan Pasha al-Mataji, Arslan Pasha al-Mataji, Bashir Pasha al-Mataji, Uthman Pasha Abu Tork, Bashir Pasha al-Mataji, Uthman Pasha Abu Tork, Genc Ahmed Pasha, Damat Hafiz Ahmed Pasha, Ahmed Pasha Abu Tork, Uthman Pasha Abu Tork, Kopralu Abdullah Pasha, Suleiman Pasha al-Azm, Ahmed Pasha Abu Tork, Sidon Pasha al-Azm, Ibrahim Pasha al-Azm, Asad Pasha al-Azm, Yaqub Pasha, Ibrahim Pasha al-Azm, Sidon Pasha al-Azm, Uthman Pasha al-Mahazal, Mustafa Pasha al-Kawas, Sidon Pasha al-Azm, Mustafa Pasha al-Kawas, Mustafa Pasha al-Azm, Sidon Pasha al-Azm, Numan Pasha, Muhammad Pasha al-Azm, Darwish Pasha al-Kurja, Zahir al-Umar, Raja Pasha, Malik Muhammad Pasha, Jeza Pasha, Suleiman Pasha al-Adil, Bashir Shihab, Abdullah Pasha, Darwish Mehmed Pasha, Mustafa Pasha, Abdullah Pasha, Egyptian rule Hussein Abd al-Hadi, Kozai Ahmed Zekaria Pasha, Anesta, Haseki Mehmed Selim Pasha, Izzat Ahmed Pasha, Mustafa Pasha, Selim Pasha, Omar Pasha, Ayazli Asad Mehmed Mulis Pasha, Yozgatla Mehmed Vechihi Pasha, Mohandas Mehmed Kamal Pasha, Mustafa Sharifa Pasha, Saleh Vamik Pasha, Pepe Mehmed Emin Pasha, Saleh Vamik Pasha, Mahmud Nedim Pasha, Saleh Vamik Pasha, Onavud Mehmed Kershi Pasha, Fuad Pasha, Charles Marie Napole under Beaufort Dortpool, Kazarili Ahmed Pasha, Mehmed Kabuli Pasha, Mehmed Kershi Pasha. Administrative divisions. Sanjaks in the early 19th century. Acre Sanjak, Beirut Sanjak, Sidon Sanjak, Tyre Sanjak, Nablus Sanjak, Nazareth Sanjak, Tabaraya Sanjak,